da Switzerland anin yin banku tumal mu beto na doku sone yata atariyata akoita andung allan na yata Gambia banko kan Supersonics le dinkiral siyata katambinyin tumal mu meti Supersonics be banku tan sabani nani le to fota findu bankol to dung ila Google Play Store to wala ila Apple app sign ye Supersonics la money transfer app o download pour que ifa munafang na service la
Seminar Star di African place bu ñepp doon xaar képp ko bëgg sa taar wala bëgg sanse buy bëggal sa xol dawal foofu ci Seminar Star amal nañ leen lii di organic and body hair oil soap for hands and smooth face whitening soaps waaye tamit amal nañ leen lii di hair spa cream for face and body with no chemicals all natural wow all natural laa leen wax de xanaa li neex daba noppi waaye nag emuñ foofu rek ma ne xéewal day mat moo tax nag ñu amal leen lii di African clothes amal leen lii di baby carrier di mbootu ma ne ana yaay neene yu baax yi daw si leen gaaw amal nañ leen tamit lii di turban hats bonnet fancy face mask képp koo xamante ne nag bëgg nga am ñii di Seminar Star mun nga leen a contact si seen email adresse bi di seminarstar@gmail.com wala nag foofu di seen website bi di seminarstar.com bagage yu yaañ yii nag amul ci benn African country jamono juñ toll nii waaye nag am na ci European countries yi ak American countries yi pour bégal sa xol rafetal sa taar dawal foofu si Seminar Star rafetaay yépp ay feeñ.
Last night, fire break out at the home or compound of Asenjan. Asenjan came from the US in last December 2020 on holidays, and unfortunately he didn't make it up. He died during the fire outbreak. According to eyewitness Fatmata Jawara and co, who are living right here with them, Asen was later taken to Banjul Hospital, but he was confirmed dead at the Banjul Hospital. So badungol ngal konton drong albe muljube kanga Talents TV le molfele talening koloban bi mole kibaro memmoy wala nsi nyoma menkata asen jangti asen mo gambianol timi alan kabe sabatering america banko kanatal holidays la kabirin december butun dimbala butela korda kono ila suo kono suto mafana butun alatata ke atan manna balu ya sambaloptan ko inata confirm ka fatal mfelenti la so kono jan talending pour ngana kibaro nyinen ka keta nyaadile because eyewitness will be jan me yalon ka keta wol nyaale saji sikuma koyo fono mole stay tuned. Okay. Right now we are inside the compound of Asenjany. As you can see, mourners gathered here to show their condolence and of course sympathy. So mulfel korra kon sa intendrong ko nyin kata nyamen sa molning Fatmata Jawara le bijang isaje aketa le nyala bin ko nybe kale tele bun kono isaje ates kuma keso fono mole aketa nyaade la Fatmata nge kon.
Assalamu alaikum. Kortan
ngamele ko dimbala bote jan suto bar ko min ke baro nyim pour ka senende dorong jiber lal fan be mul jibe kan sainteng isa fono mole aketa wati jumale suto temel yala tele akala mota anim foy fambe bunko na jela mam foy man tara bunko na je pour mole yalo
ha mbe bon ko nole para ka ta ma min around 1 month because man time yube bar mol ko talankele ma fon suto so ninke ma belare ngama nke ma wurta akonyo ko molbe ko mandrola matonga bundaile ba nge ma finti tawol nyaka bara e bunda ila kunyo ko he na kordatio la bun ko na malata nga ko e ko mala fatan kordatio la bun ko na malta ko ha wala jaman ke ma mboro anya pita bunda ka ba ma ko la pour ka yele mam bunda ile no so
ma be soronde na fo
bunda be soronde na ha ala bunda be soronde ne so aborta ko ta ka be sal bunda fana yele la pour ka finti ke jora nyene kana bunda ka te ka yele o fana be soronde yo so amurta ko te ko nyama ndo ko ma amurta ndo ko ma ko nyama ndo ko ma ka fanan tata ne jonko na bundala way koncho saba nyama ndro yeleta bitu ngana dindingol be ko ra wala nyama ngi fintindi banta bitu nata na wuro start wala nyama ko mo le kalim ma koy mo be bu kon bitu mo be bu kon wala nyama ke kanal fintena ka bilol signol be nata na fintena na mon ma koy bitu nata na bunda ka te wala nyama ka jol bon ya tra automatra ata fam fatal
fata bunko na jela bam fodung biriya samba loptano to la fata
kabiri ba finna wato moda naka ni tabal because iba saka ka wata mina dole ka fatal dole ka fuka ya kamala ba dole ko he nyim fatal nsafo no wala nyam
so jumale asika kasamba lopitan birabe kala wa because ngana television abadi mbijana fa badi ndinya foda tele ya makoy kasamba lopitan oto
ntolle be jam bar fire service mu kewol walni nkema anin signol walda makoy ya dunde motola
itel bina wato men tele atar dimbabe tembe nyaade fire service britel benanam
otumo dimbabe sangaralin bar atara funding ko le fananin jio ba bonne woto talnata na dumbar ko fo comme silo la bet ya baliya wala time wota ha so jani be dunna atara otumo dimbabe sem boston kendek ya try fo duntano na faro kumas ha
sa asan kola modo mantuje wala modo mambarma wala fe manke modo laje
hani mo mambarama mo fana mantuje ala mantabe on ko
ata kola mat ana tel mo jele be bun kono asan kola ntani na dimbal bele beje dinno min tata fo ngamera kamanding fula sunkutendin sapa anente anendo ko ma anen kema anendo ko ma kambano ndoko ma musu anen kema nga kala mata fanan ko tinyaro keta bun kono bagasul janita je bakela bagas nyaadi la janita bun kono
asan wala bun kono femman finti bun kono femman finti so dimba fane tinyaro stan na kan telefona ya walen time mo tum mo fire service fanan futata anin sambo kan tol ya walen kara kimo dam mala stata kara do ma
so bagasul nyil melti nyaata je ila yaaje ko men ni kodo la karola la si kayen jolfe bagasul nyil bagas sere ngol lam fodo nyaadi
bagas sere ngol dem because ala container bagasul dem bagas sere ngol lem kato ko ala container fonata lo kun tambila o bebe jurmala la bungul ko ha
bagas nyaadi long
ñun kulu barga jangol min tata fo barga worowla anen carton woni bagas mesongol fana bagas ñu siata mo ma hapolo siya batal
nga kala mutata asan fang abe sabatra america banko kan bari mara america banku juma fo new york lom fa be atlanta fo minto banku juma exactly
hani mala banku juma ta bari america bari mala banku juma let
ala dimbal don kati ku ngamoy ko musona ala musona dimbal be america la fo ko ni muto nyalte bang
ala muso be jele ala den mo fla fana be ja den ko nen de muso wal fana be jele ha
abama
be jan
woto dum
ga fay maringoda
ate amoy wati jumale kata ngala mantar sabatre njang
suto kabren ko haponta ke ma atranya ke ko nyanyra la mobile karenne bar mo ko mobile wata ha yo nay dol ko wala mobile be faare bar dol la mobile karenne bar mo mata fojin so manda kabren sa subabe salta fa pareta otuma tan mobile wolta ha otuma le kalamuta
otembola ya fa ko dimbal bota so
ha dimbal bota so kono otuma la kalamuta ko dimbal bota so
anata jana fata
no man na jang aka adengole ko tanya leptano to ya jibe bankate ko asan dimba ni botala bu ko no ndu ya sam leptane fa bara matala ba fa mo nekata la malo so atata adengol tata leptano to wali atata ko min afatal ha afatal balarin
so ala muso kola al ma fa badin koten
ana ba madinol fa ya kala mutala ana bare ma nyol on be ya kala mutal be ya kala mutal
atasan fana ta jawati jumala kan dur ka fule ay kar fule ka dur ka fo kar sababu tum malo ba ni tebe sabatari nyokan jang ay kar jolle ki jang
ntela miralo de sande karlu do asosile sa sile because kabana tala yaje mbul belorente ay be start le ka doku je fane tinyaro men kay fensol fana be doku so ay karlu do sile
ba dimbañing exactly al malong mone suntala sababote men ketala bo sababote de al man kibar soto jeda wala al man
hani mawlonde kato ko ntakaje montega molon kaje montega molon la wularo ka montega mala kalonde afan fi bu ko na ko pour susulal so mo mal fo montega la ko ban fo courant la master ba mo molon because yalla bundal be soronde tol malo mi dimba kos so ntolo ba be la fo kan doram fo montega fo courant malo
téléphone si sobi no munela
ntolo na sobo dal ntolo ko le montega to malam fo montega fo courant molo
sa enta be loptano to bari badi ko nim fonko le man fon fo jetal man kibar soto je
hani man kibar soto je folon because nga sa en kan ko baba dang le bulu doro ha no la ta nyami no ko abe kala nyami doro ntol mu la may la te doro ha be la may rol
abaraka ba ke dro wala Fatmata Jawrati me yalon ko birin dimba bola so kono akitata fanga nyala jele wala na molna diam de saje purate fansa ko indi no molma sandon be menkel wala nga dumbun kono isaje bagaso mel janta wala bu men janeta je mol saje stay tuned Gambian Talents TV. Mfela bundato ten perenkoto pour ka dun ko don ka jube bagaso tinyaro ke jame bar be perenkoto ten al nyabala jubi jetem because nga kalmutalo ko jannim fa service kanana fondin ko bi jang ila signolo wala wulta ye ma koy dimba fala ngala wala nan nyan jobe lota jang al nyaabe perenkoto fanale baw komin asan janyim fay kabal ko dadu ko na pare folo mam bundal nim parenterol jeloren silim fana ngajele ko ajele faydo nak abele janita comme Fatmata Jawre ya fa nyamen doron dimbañin sababu ta nyame hansa e malon bari tel femba subita men wala munta gati bay ko kajelo suto suta asan ka munta ga mala pour comme susulal kana batande silang mbe buno kono tan comme ale bun kono ji nyamen dra bebe sisirine wolol bebe fending ngayindo yen silindo faydo wo janita la banta fereng ngole ngali ajela sibo damma e kawli jiye faning filol de filu kuntol e kawol damma ne jiye yo boto ni nata nyimbundo fanan kono ata ku killing nyamalong kad bodol wol belarenda akamanta wol mang fenke baake wol man jani baake jiole wol ma yo bari santo tade wol be malatale fa banda fereng komal be aljaba je ka nyamen bolo lebe lor woto bekela musome be sabatri njam keta Fatmata Jawrati wala la tabir joran mo wolte because wala ning asan be sabatri njang asan baata mantare jang so kordañing aya karfol mo wona ke manala dimbayal so comme ak sen kan nyamal ya moy nyamen drong bra ko nyimbe kala ita leya kala mota butu ya moy asan nyimbe wude kam butun i rochta pour ka makoy bar butun wa tara dorong la nyinen keta already so nganyim bundo fana ja kam ta stolo woti wo fana ngajele filol le bije anim paypol anin pelol le bije ngalo mason la do courant la walde good day viewers, you still watching the Gambian Talents TV. Like I rightly mentioned, we are telling in Koloban. We had unfortunate news that fire break out at the home of Hassan Jane. Hassan Jane is a Gambian who is based in the United States of America. However, we don't know exactly which state because the neighbors did not give us any specific state as to whether it's New York or other states. All they can tell us is that he is in the US. So this is the main house of Hassan Jane, just like you all seen. This is Hassan Jane's house. Nina famala bunti. Ata fana bung bi janne nga jele ko ja janita nyame silongo be janita le sibol be janita la koriketol nga fenso fana jele menketa la bumbalo lati o fana ko jele dimbaya be janela faydo e camera banku bon yo akamunta matla men landi duma ke la matla nyi menkanten wala nyinte because fano nyi be janita le spring ken sanga sante nyabe wala laje anim bagage dol mel yalon ko wol janitale say bu ke suuto ne fe bokalum fa which is which nyindo nak ngalo mu gaso let yo akamanta gaso ko la nak bagage to mal mel bi janti suute no la because be janitala fe banta fereng okay ate fambi jan okay okay what is isina nan nyanyi fana nyininka ha bari yale be mem foka important ale ha ba ko mi ko janala bunti bar biring dimba malo nyim fenketa adunta jonkon kono le
information soto okay ngame kibaro soto kabiri nata ja me yitandi comme jamu wala la bunti so kabiri dimba nyim boda ate awulitale so lafta finda comme jamu bantalati so lafta dina
hekatu nani jane saje puru
lafta pour ka finda ko jafu jambe ko soro comme indole bi jam so indoni lafta finda la man findino so anara jam bulo bende jam fa jayele so atara ko mo jam asita jam biko to mo yafu laptop ba bulle bu fa lafta pour ko kanani biko to am ala kulole bolo ko so atara si ko mo jabuti de ma sukiji amana findinoje so for asukita ngama sisioni kando wala mtaje wala na fataji because ala bakaso do fo mujan kabina so manda yol fo mone ko me jama la le bon lafta finda man finno sa benta jamfe atawna ko me nata je me ba si safe noji so nata je ko me de manata munda ja sa man na findino mo information so je
ite todo
de Dembo Bojan.
Dembo Bojang Baraka Bake was indeed useful information. According to Dembo Bojang, like you all hear, when the fire was so serious, Hassan just rushed to the toilet. This is inside his toilet, so maybe he was saving. Perhaps he can be saved here with his laptop. So according to Dembo Bojang, if we understand very well, he was trying to save his laptop because maybe the laptop contains some vital and useful information. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. This is where the smoke really disturbed him, so he couldn't breathe anymore. So bading Dembo Boja wala diamata teng afane mello njabe wala fokante wala birindi mbanyi malata bon kono asani akatela pura dun jonkon kono anala laptop pour ba bala laptop kana la nyame maybe information better je me yalonko it's very very useful, but unfortunately amana think so jonkon kono kaje bagaso la fana bija nga woli sol jele okay wala nyim fonko kono to kodi ya asan fa tara janne ya tara lari janne ngoy janjela nyin kamata shawa kono lo yo dada je komin kudu lalo njedi butung o tamole nata sika ka fintinde baranga jela barakon mel bi jankale komin la fa nyamen do be le janeta ngokaje ndo bako la nyinte ngoka be farim feng la tep bokul yarane sama tol la nyelte ngokaje bele fenketa because ko container nata mamme baga pour ala fong la jindi so baga so nyimbel bije fe mantu je dak wala janeta halbe gamen talent steve le jibe kanta me talent nen kolobane dimba bota dame asan jay na kordato ko ma leaji nyame jenna fama sana bedroom mode den maybe sita bedroom ngabung dol fana yitande isaje pour ngaitandalla jifanan tinyaro menketa je jando kamanta dining room molondro komi ka domoro ke dame baran ko ajele it's like jam fana baga solle bi jang nyinje lari jenne kam da tele lo wara tabulol firi jollo wolte wol be loring wodo kamanta la jim baga sollo wolte maje jim fongolo wolte nawlo de kamel sika pour ni be balo bonde la nyoto nyindo kamanta le air condition no wote daron ngala ketulol jele be plokring ko pol fanam bi jam frijo felenting o fanan ndeysan jiole bi je nga domor fon fanan je frijo kono le menketa mentangol ti nga fen jamal fanan jiji jio fanan bi jele nyindo be suma yare ne nga mo boydo fani je ngamera fana be soko na jana be na fana se kachano ay mello njaafu mole boy abinyani todo
ne Musa Jawara
Fatmata Jawara do
yeah
okay fana mello ngi sidon bi safu no mole ba
ndemil lo jamu sia baga because bi so mandal interest en call
okay ite man interest
yeah ndebe joson so ende kola ko nyuko ela sister la bungo jandira so yalla rost na wolta but kam na ko nyamin amunya fa because na sister ka depend ala business wala ala life akay na la wa fi ñu fenkol ni stuff sol nan burul ni fenkol ni
okay I will sit mbuso ko na tan
so ka depend wala pour ka family ñi samba ñato pour ka yalla ka dimbal because dimbal si yalla ye pour que ma koy so ako awlo ma ko ben nak ya so another stage and because I'm state last so I was still learning anakima so
asane fu bung na be sabatrinda
yeah asane bung di gale be sabatrinda yeah so ko nga kara wanya na kara mo ni ko ya balti nak kara mo ni ko ya balti yeah kam dina jang ko mom na ko nyame amun nyafa to ya because sando be nyame duma be nyame ademo sera
koy to dum fa
nde Musa Jawara
baraka bake Musa Jawara, that is Musa Jawara, a brother to Fatmata Jawara, and according to Musa her sister, which is Fatmata Jawara, lost almost everything. This is the business that she used to do in order to support herself because she's the breadwinner of her family and she's having a lot of kids. As you can see, these are like Nanimbur. She used to tie them inside this plastic and of course put them inside the refrigerator so she will sell them and support herself. But according to brother right now, she's really devastated. She don't know what to do because it's like one of her fundamental pillar. It's already lost. So this is appeal to the general public. Whosoever can come to Fatoumata Jawara's rescue, I think it will be appreciated. But after we will get back to her again, so she will explain in details, and of course, so we know what to do.
Safe. Oh, you don't know me labantan bungono. So when you try to put safe, so because bunda bebe soron.
Abe bunju mal kono exactly.
Bungo kono jana ni kofta reng ubunga boldo. So that was the only exit because bunda bebe finger diamond. Koma bunda le exit be fitla diamond. So yeah, try all the puka fitana hotel. Puka di nul fitani komala. So yeah, that was it. No, femon karila. Yeah, funny after more than small of time, I check maybe the smoke may have some. Yeah.
I think that is very important. According to him, he's a son to Fatoumata Jawara, and of course, he's the last one that they rescued from the house when the fire was burning. But luckily for him, nothing happened to him externally, as you all can see. He seemed to be perfectly fine. But the uncle said he will be later taken to hospital to see if he's sustained any internal problem or any difficulties as to breathing, because we all know how the heavy smoke is, especially when it's burning, with heavily. So Fatoumata Jawara dingti ko nyine keta mola banti me yalon ko ya safe bunko no ko maliamo ya fana onkul la nyame mengeta musati bari alhamdulillah fe manna kala ko mal beaje ka nyame bari ay nyina fo nyaato to ba sambala loptano to isaje pour isalon don skeno fana because sisi yo fana nameta aka modi stople so sitame do nga bung dol fana ko na jube ko mal baje kanan sa ko le silin nyi njale wol bele janita abanta ngayim bum fana njijanne juma la bum bi jam farmata
dinno la bon le beje
okay la dinno la bum
ala dinno la bon le beje
itel mo jolle ke laja
itol mo nan ne beje
okay ngamen si dunga ji fananta ale farmata ko mom la ko janna la dindin la bungulti jang dindi mo nan ne ke laja nga sanke o jele nga laja matlabe la ren dumale ila fon fanan nga info mo jele anin karamunto ba ko la nyindote school ba ko la ke be takan karamunto la okay grade 9 and grade 3 okay ako dobe grade 9 dobe grade 3 e doma ya famole janko ila business fan wol beti nyaadal danak
ndaka safuno la wafi because safuno fana ne ajan ka wafi ko men kam fam ma ko yalla katu man sem bo soto kam fam ma ko wolela so mole de dakam pour bi dimaso nin tata nga supply ibayla ko nyanta kol men kala nseke noji so ngola ngania bar jall ala don kiti tamina jobu ka tamino wal wala be kasarata wala mun safna be jurma den banko to ten
so akamanta ibe jikire menna da wala semboto bi ala ko bi wol betata ya jika be mun ko le akule sambale kanna
be ko le akko sambalan kan pakole akose malankana ko kato ko hana man kanyin safuno fonte fan na min fon kan tol fon sponsor na jiko bunda wal tata wala asante because alata ko la
na man den fal na den tala
ke ma barin nin kono to a bare muso le dum a barin nin kono to le bolla ko ra ko na sire nun ko matel kan tol sponsor tol man sam bosot
dindingol don jumala ka dindingol la karamunto jo karamunte ke
dindingol la karambo tumando ke ma na bulo menta mi fe aya dila tumando fana na ta fana yin sota fana fana ya dina ko alni la faran din non da ko kan ka katen
sa mbawo ngalo mulbe jube kanten so itabe mun wasila keta kata jama mol kam pour demaro la karola
ntode mama sakunda dan la doro nga sponsor soto min yala ko semma ko dindol da topotoro kenyato anna baga sol men fana kasarata fana ul fana jonya fana so sona ya moda mal dane kam
ita fana personal bagasol bagas nyaade le tinya ita fana fengol
ndala fengol na fengol comme ça na murad lam bagasol tabir bagasol te dol fana yelunta hade
sa natar mola feta mako la be mako no la nyaadi fo is nomba bebul is mendi ba mol be jiwe kay saje pour momo lafte mako la is nomba nyin kilino e demaro nyim futandima
nemi lafta kam mako fana mesularen mako la nemi lafta kam mako fana nzana ma de no lan
problem TJ, that is Fatmata Jawara. She is appealing to the general public out there, from be it government or private individuals, to help her, because this is where she sustained her living. And of course we have seen how the room of her kids severely burnt, and of course every material is almost destroyed. And she said the kids are going to school and she's the one taking care of them, and her husband. And of course, so anyone who can help Fatmata Jawara, it will be appreciated. So we will take the number, then later we will put it on the screen. So whoever wish to help Fatmata Jawara in any amount or in anything is appreciated. That would be highly appreciated. Wolom Fatmata Jawara to dorong mbe number dila molla dorong akabe demarol nyin kanjama mol bulu birim man sakunda bulu fomo kunkili nala bulu momo sama koyno kato mbiya kamunta ta fana jiki bunda wala tinyata andung ajiki ba fana melan ka kama koy mengeta asanti wo fana felenting ala minjio doya, because ba nyin dimba malo ata nata fawolto yo butung mbe numbal taka bulton do nyaato domande mbadi la mole saji momo lafta ma ko la dron isa ma ko no won no manyim felentin 759 26 759 okay wata sa fe kunke isaji 75 92 690 7592690. Wala la number to draw. These are the number. This is the number to contact if you wish to help Fatmata Jawara. 7592690. Yeah, well, exactly 7592690. Wala. Ngafula nyam. My 7592690. Voilà. So momo lafta ma ko la drong isi nomba kili no drong abe appeal kan pour molia ma ko comme nga fa nyame han sambe bun la ko jube kan drong dame yalon ko wala tinyata nyim fana mo bun do la ko nati juma la bungo be jang Fatmata okay jamu ita fana bungo net okay
aben dimbani sambo nata wata no tumo fire service nata pour ko faro bara ay comme santo kuma la ka jani bari kabren fire service faro stade rond dimba sembo talata sembo talata.
So butin jam fenya di le tutaji
an jawo kañ mom si yone fo si se metti ñaro ka fon mutaha
Janna mu Fatmata fana bonte. This is where Fatmata lives. This is her bedroom, her own bedroom. So but according to her, luckily for them, before the fire could just escalate to this room, the rescue service, which is the fire service, were able to take care of the situation. So but we can see the heavy smoke, which of course affected her belongings. These are some of the luggages, and of course we see this big box. They are all black due to the heavy smoke. Still albega maintenance le jube kandorong comme nga fu nyame janno assign la cordati malon no abe exactly about state jumala, because nga mol nyinen kale e kabota america la bare ma fu no mol exactly about state jumala fu new york lom fa atlanta lom bang butum man fu musa fa fana si fello njabe sabatring state jumala fana malon
more because for now family do yeah do steering Joshua but na sister ni will be steering maybe was along
Thank you so much. Then sina bundul fanan kono jube jam fana mu labonet wala okay jane juma killing
Boubacar Jawara ata fana ben fejan ata fana be talende Arabic school fana be school
bun ko manati nyata jam
fala bukol men fenkata senanta Quranol min senanta Quranol min senanta
okay jannon adoma la bunti mengeta Abubakar Jawarati ko me ngaji nyamen don ala bukol sindom Quranol ko mal nyaaji nyamen wal sinantale sisiyo fana babala o kamantala ila school ID card wala walde nim fana mo Quranol titan ko mal nyaaji nyamen ata manjani barbutum fonko la ketabala don amonto tala monto la ketala wala Abubakar Jawara la bonte ngala la ram fana njela ni mala say kulolde wala exactly ni fana mo Quranolde o fana manjani barbutum sisio babalale sala ndi jandron ba Quranolo itel femboka leka bar siling nak moli ajela wo beli janita o janita la fabanta fereng This is Fatmata's another brother, his brother's living room, bedroom, which is Abubakar Jawara. As you can see, the books, they are not burnt, but of course everything is being covered with heavy smoke and of course dust. So this is the bed, and you can see his bicycle and of course his uniform. You can also his bed net, but the ceiling is almost destroyed. Everything is destroyed. You can't even hardly recognize it. Wala nyi itala Abubakar rekodi. Okay, then Abubakar from Felenting, mulna fananse dia.
Assalamu alaikum, badbe kondono.
Jamuila bunner ngajela ko jendro keta jela barbutum sisio je tinyaro ko yele domanding. Simuna fono moleje.
Ndo kay napunga ngala tindu baka. Wando kana jam funta ala tindu baka wonyam. Okay.
So femantinya jeda.
No tiya fonko moje folonde. Foni sisio e bukol min fenkene na bukol mi akon karayo. Ani il faut mondol mi akon sisio lo fenkel. Wondam. Ngana wondam.
Wolong Abubakar te jawarati dron aliamoyle akala bun kono. Ayala tandu tinyaro manki je bak barbudun sisio e fel nyil ay mutala demanding. So nyim fana mo another bedroom lete. Okay, jamu stole to kodi. Jamu stole according to Musa. Ofana ngajele ceiling fana mbe janitale almost. Nyindo mu barakona te. Comme mol nyaaje. Ofana o manjani barbudun santo be janitale abanda fereng. Ofana kamanta karto barakona wote me ngo fen le ba kono be faren tap. So nga feto fato dol fana nyi jacuzzi kono jang. Parentero fana the same thing fano membe cover la parentero fana be janitale. So silingo fana o fana ku kilingo nyi nyama o fana be janitale dorong. You still watching the Government Talents TV. Of course we still at Asan Jang's home. We inside the rooms right now trying to allocate the affected areas, like we have seen from Asan's own bedroom to Fatmata Jawara's bedroom to the kids' bedroom. Now we are at inside one of the main toilet. As you can see, the ceilings has already been burnt. Jamala jonkon konol ngajale silingo janital already. Bumbalol fanam beketa sisioti. Walon jonkon konodi. So jamu komalde. Maybe in finting out of fana jube dorong. This is the outer part of the house. You can see how the upper part is being burnt by the fire, and this is the window. Of course, we have seen the cover, that is the cloth they cover with the window. It's almost burnt down, but the outer part you can see, apart from the corrugate and the ceiling, nothing much happened. And of course, apart from Asan 2, no one was injured, no one was harmed, according to the eyewitness, which is Fatmata Jawara and of course his two brothers. Bading la Government Talents TV le jube ka hanisa endro mul feta mfintira Fatmata Jawara la bungo kono akamtanga modul jele nataja maybe ni fanase kacha. Assalamu alaikum. Nyinyi ning itodo
de passé hu sankare
inin Asan dental wala imo signolde
bitam malti ika bota US but until ma meet for the first time follow. Unfortunately, aningam sol denta.
Ika of exactly maybe it is afuno mola be state Jumal exactly because
ka fonya men ten ma mir. Bangal kai ka bota US recently am me prokna lifola. Bari am me fanga.
Ifana simona fono mole bungi na jana bay natale kono jela kita nyameng.
It's so shocking because yako even for yako muntega all malanung. But into my Muntega the mom, until a mirror, because maybe it might have something to do with electricity also. Was Muntera Malo at Terrawanyama until a mirror.
baraka bake Mr. Sankare wolong a Sankare te ako amang asan lom bake personally bara bitam malon drong so afana mbala viewpoint le je kanja ka tema believe necessarily ko asike munta gati but it might be electric city so asiden no fanana so still now ngajir de molbe dun kanane parce que signal te milan ko wala kanana ansi tamedro moli jube jankay faydo femmambo je dal femmambo je brabota asan fanana o kola fanan femmanke mola je fanan assalamu alaikum mfangi konto
baraka
di malo
fallem boja
e mo signol te foyning asan badi malo
na barandi mala santi ani na do mala fana be sirin soko da to be fo bundu ni suwale yam ko de nata wato la ni no nyum foyi so nara jang fana kana e marti nata ko da tenyi yara fo desta ubanda ko kono ala la kiti kan ngamuta ko ala la barolem da fen de nyinola ni mo ala la kiti yelde misilmo ni ala la kiti na de sonko ala la kiti dron no ala barol
bari bam badi kumo fuje because e kabe loptano to bari mam wato fe ba
man kibaru soro to folo man fe lonji because an badi suru mo fana nada abarin kono to fela nada sai modi mboji abe jam
baraka bake dron ning asen badin leba kacha kanten aka barin fan felenting bon kono wala njuma kilente membe lornte wala nsi ta modum mboji fana ya ba wala asen badin sutongoti tumando ata fana nsi kuma jama fono moleje okay
asan pona baltimore la mod fele jam
okay yo assalamu alaikum ibe kairato ikoyte long asan baringte butum molla fe nyinen kala le bawo incident no nying ngam witness jamale nyinen ka bari man fin ku jama fo isinaloje saje pro camera sitano
fen jamalo ne ente man tara sabatri nja
bar ko me asan na karola maybe su kuma nim fono moleje because e kabe america bari moy ma fono mola be state jumal exactly so fete sala be sabatri banko jumal america
yalo wolbe mu kulleti mi yalo nti fo mo long be state jamal to in america nte mo long bar ngalon ko ambe america le. He served in the American Navy for many years.
American Navy?
Yeah, he's an ex-Navy officer, you know, so that's all really. Barindi olomu, sawo kan kadua iro alama, la jamo soni alama, kila wa horomoto.
Ena te jene bun kono jele, tinyaro menkete je fang nya jele. Isimu no fono mole woto.
Hani ko ndemon ke fa specialist pour kalon exactly mu ne ngalon ko tinyar bale kete je ha tinyaro ni waratale to nyalon hade ya
abaraka ba ke Mr. Mboj wolon asan bari mati yo nyinala nyimala uniform wolte
no
e kala navy uniform wala wote because abari ya fo mole santen doron hold on
fair edit. You come with one. You only made them investigation on there. Fair edit.
Yeah. It's an investigation.
Hansente mulna san badin lebe kachakang mobe niyobo kyaring ni men diam ta ko konta fem fono bar butum fana niter man diam fana jumala ba fono because it la badin te muli konton sana mi konton fana gamen talent tv lo sito fo muli
geto mo subhana dafere ti cianjula kunda asan mun tol barandi ngolate ate mama muso ni tol fana mum muso ni tol fana mum muso wala mo cili ngote tol itol musuru at bar tol mandin kollat bar mbe balu bota ding mamolu bota ding kra kilen tol be sirin cian tol ni nal falbe wala to are nyin ko ni ku ya warta mbulu ba jisu ku ya warta mbulu ba kunun suto wala mun do ma yon konna kanyin ci baro fon
biriya moy keta nyaade
en ci jo farta ba ne ku ya ta man suto laban si nono piringa suba sal dron nam wultana nga motota nam pour kana mabe kana janjibe jusku ya warta mun do ma bakilin fakilin wala be sabata nyin korda kon asan fam be tamadula la kata kana anata fandana kan yake nala na karsa bo fonksi atatambila wala tade wallahi ni ko ya warta mbulle baake
bara bawo ko men abadi non so bade kuoli man alme mun landi je wala man fem fo je folo
kacha man kuma fo nyodo kombe futollate tolbe futollate sai san na me futaka ade
barka baake dron o fana mo asan badi natin kuma liya moy nyamen dron afana futa danan sen barako badi ko ning wo ibay balala nyamen dro binaw kacalal so nakita men dron mbal kala mutan lol fana nal albe mental steve le jube kantan hansa mulbe asan ko dala ko mi ngajel sen ning ko dabe fa kan mulbi na kan so ko men kata badi te baw ko nyimbirabe kala sutolo wo tembola hanasi dia do e bari tinano yo wala na birim fano keta sental baje kan mulbi na kan domanding abadin bina kan domanding ata famantare jang afro belare loptano to abama fana bijele be intembo menteten bar ko male moy nyamera sam fana dimbale be america banko kan bar han san do malon no exactly state jumalo fo new york lo wala seattle wala atlanta lo bar nga melnon do wala anata li fola andi dol ka falo ko ay kare sabaki jen do ko karnan bar nga musa nyin ka men wo ko ko bijan birin december aba alankul fana fe revelation do fo mole men ko it's very interesting wala nyin to ko he was a ex navy officer fanang ngo fanang kalamota asanna kotola so details jama fana binanam because mulbina kan so mulbital ne kacha isaji we know more details ko nyin keta wati jumale mune a cause dimbani bawdol ko munta galon barnga baring fam moel men keta sankarete aka mamera asike munta gati ate men jikije wala ndala be kala dibe kuranati barabutung any details information wrong mulbal kalamota ndala drone station.
You can compare that with
I am standing right to next the husband of Fatmata Jawara, which is Yaya Dafe. So he will also tell us what he know about the fire incident. Yaya Mule Kondo.
Beju.
Mole fe nyin kala dimba bo nyim bawo italon Fatmata ke mata be ke kawato menna suto atele be jang. E fanasi mona fono mole. Wati jumala le dimba fan kala mata suto.
Suto mal exactly time jumalem. Bar ngay lon ko kabo hapas anyway ngamba talam fula ma fannam dal yes kad bira hapunda ngani moy modul ka fuko time be talam fula wante malum ko sinte man time kunya sodoto mo yes nakalam taro ke dan nyinati ala de maron yaaji ngakalamata atele wurta
asan
atele wurta kay ninna ko ayan kumane ko ya dimba yoto mo lem barata ten mulita ma fatma to ko wurta ngal dimba san lebe ko da ko dimba yaji so to mo lem findita nan nata pour ka ma ko ka bundani yele mam bunda yele no yaji oto mo le wonata dinol ko mandani dinol findita ni ngo ko ma bundala nte man per jana bunda yele no adum mata fana be bomen ko no manje fana yele no ay ñunu da finti na da fanya ko ya je palante roto janne bo ko ya je palante roto ka fa jonko ngala dunda jonko la ka fa le ma ko ale jayel ala jonko kono yo nata wuru wala nyama katum fere mantar na wotumo pour ka bunda yele man joran jeno nga wurta ñine la pour ci ma ko roso signol bul signol le nata na kam ma koy foka bunda ñinte fa sabisol ko man fa sabisol nata ma koy wala nyama nga bundañi yele bire bundañi yele ka dimba fa war janin fa sabisol mina signol fana wotmo wol fana be jebi kan ka junjun dimba nyin kan nata dum wala nyama fa sabisol bi nga bunda yele fa sabisol e bunda yele nata atra jonko wal baytul konte mota bunko non ko e mobe bunko non de kata telephone be kumandirola inata ta jonko inata fanya ko e sabe bunko no janne ko nye afele la fenko ko ma toileto ko ma ja ha jonko ko yaji so to mo
tembo men tebe ata sanjela wato me be futala ma tembo men wato men abe laari wato men abe alhala nyaadel to tembo
wotum wabe damen ngaji nyamen dan tala jero to kabri nyunu nata len kanyo ma ko le ka fin wotum wolen te fana ngaji biringa mutaten ka findi ne pour ka bulan moto kon ka samba hospital loto
ya ko be me ma ite aje wato men general ba sikala fan ko ma abe tembe nyaadel to ko men dimbaya balu ma nyaadile
wotum on tew fono la ka fuko dimba because man jan fek man la jan sa fon men nako ya janitale hanni jani babala
bara man fem fanam foy fanan ani man diam o tembola
hani man diam
ani mo fana man diam biri ba samba ko loptano wala biri futata
hani ani mumandiam bin dara fon futata leptanor
amanda fa fata ni mumandiam
anyway dal birum futata leptanor ton ta ko docteur o en ko yamira ni alaji be yamira ni mancetu bam docteur o ko ne ko no bar ni ngamira fatale ha
so dimba ñi na cause fanam dol ba fokane sobita mun taygala ba dol fanan koy sobita courant la ba ite be bun kono je ite mune suspect no exactly
ndes nga mem mira wala mun tay kati ha kada ka mun tay kala mala ka mun tay kala mala
mun tay na mala kalundi mum fenna kan karo kan namba wala akabla fenna kono
aka mala kalonde bun kono jelde bar mala exactly aka londe munale kan bara kalonde bun kono kadu always na ka munta ka sanne paketol
so nga bagasul fana ji bun kono mele yalan koy tinyata andu nga nyin kibaro soto ko ala container bota jama me bake wala ala fen jinde wala keto barakon no carton bari ta funo mole fen nyil ko men exactly mum felle be bagasul nyil fensiva nyadil
ode tonya baka so serandita fono lay no barkol be janne no telel be kono to frigo be je bar sirangol be je matlal be je bar wonta baka sol be fono ka to baka so siata bun konol
ya jigi nin ko dolo ngasi kodo ja jolsi na amount of jolsi no
non te fono la ka to ma fonya exactly comme bakasol la ko bakasol la amount nyinfo is kodo men sino non te fono because bakasol men be ja siatale wadi mu bakasol let men yalan ko bakas daja wollem son te kodo estimate no la
sila a telephone ay ndila muso a tele mu mantora sifa nyaade so tala fe nyaade le tinyata bun kono je
non te science ante be damen te fono la kon na fengol men tinyata te fono la sai ko
bar tinyaro keta
tinyaro keda bun kono wante te fono la ko nyinni nyine tinyata so nyinni nyine kasarata so anyway I'll see am fanya because mbeda min niyo ku yar nte diamo no la
abaraka baake dron wolong yaya da fete wala fatmata jabra ke mati dron nga fan nakuma kalmol bawo ndala muso ka chata ning signol fanan ka chata ning ati do itel fangal do mal ka chata mel yalan ko birin ko nyimbe kala kete nyala jana butu nyina fam asan fana kuma kanta ya mem foje butu ako bakasul mel yalan ko tinyata je as fana wata fam fono la je maybe nyato do mandin do asi diamu no because ngalo na ko santa ndi ko yaram bakale diamu fambe ko larama bar butu ka fa nyamen do nitel man diam fanan abe ko lara because motalu no la munekete je so stay tuned albe mental village be content still. I am standing right next to Honorable Babu Karimansari. He is the Councillor of Talindi North. So we want to speak to him because he is also around to see what's going on. Babukar.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Babu Karimansari. As you likely say, I'm the Ward Councillor for Talindi North Ward. I just received a call this morning. One of my sub-ward chairman, the sub-ward where the fire incident occurred, he called me, told me that, Councillor, there is a fire outbreak. I told him where. He told me around my sub-ward here, the compound that we visited the last time, whereby that man have problem with one of his neighbor. I told him, whoa, that man. He said, yes. He said, he is the one. And then they even told me that he even lost his life. I said, what? So that's the time I rushed. I come over to the scene, try to see what's happened, how it has occurred. Definitely, I am really, really touched because this is my first time witnessing such, whereby, even in fact in my ward, whereby somebody lost his life. In our local language, whenever we heard about fire, what first thing we said, when they said no, it is Alhamdulillah, but when you lost life, that's another thing. And definitely, for me, when they told me about the scene, and then look how the situation is, I feel bad because of this theft case that is happening. Because according to sources, they say that the man who passed away, he don't normally close this door. He used to leave it open like that. He only closed the indoor. So that's so because they said that they had that these days there was a theft case around here. That's why the guy closed this door. And then when this fire occurred, he was trying to escape, but he could not. The door was closed, the fire got serious, and then he ran in the bathroom. And then you can see the bathroom, there is a window there, but he was trying to escape there. But the burglar proof, also another thing. You can see all this burglar proof. If you see people are putting in their houses, it's because of their securities, because of their properties and their life. Because nowadays you can see people used to come to people's house, try to theft by and force. If you refuse, they stab you to death. So they are trying to do that to protect their lives. At the end of the day, he cannot. All because of this theft case. Definitely, for me, it's high time we see. Even though we should go up to National Assembly level to try to amend certain laws with regard to this theft case.
So, before maybe we come to that, like you rightly mentioned, when you had the news, you were so devastated because, in fact, this is the first time that such thing is occurring, especially life is lost. So, what do you think as a councillor? Because we had Fatmata Jawara was appealing for support. So, as a councillor, what do you think you and your ward can do to support these victims?
Definitely, at my ward level, we did not have that power, but the little that we can do, because this is not the first time we visited a fire incident, but what we can do at ward level, we normally do it. It's not used to be much, but at least let the family know that the councillor that we have in our ward felt us, know that we are under his jurisdiction. So that's why even to come here alone is something else to them. Seeing me in the scene, I'm trying to facilitate certain things for them. I even call National Disaster Management. They are here to take some to take the data about what happens here, and then also invite certain media houses like QTV. They are also here to try to cover the scene, so that if at all people can help, because these things definitely really touch me. Yeah, definitely.
So, talking about the security issue and, of course, the tough cases, like you said, in the past, especially in the Talending here, this is becoming now. At night, they will just break into your house and try to take your property. If you insist, they will stab you to death. So, you also talked about, pushing the bill to the National Assembly to see if certain things can be amended in relation to the security. What do you think right now? Do you have in mind that, when it's in place, at least, the amount of theft cases can be reduced?
For me, I think we have to introduce the Sharia. If you cut a thief, you cut...
Sharia, you mean?
If you told we cut a thief, you cut his hand. If you do that, they will stop this. Because nowadays, our lives are not safe and our properties are not safe, even with the securities. Because you don't expect the security to be everywhere. They cannot. Because the capacity is not there. That's why at my level, we try to introduce this community policing, whereby our youth within Talending, they volunteer to take that mantle to do certain security job for us. We call them frontline security, and they are the ones who normally help us to go around within this ward, within Talending, to see how best we can cut people like these people. Yeah, because
sorry to cut you, but do you think your proposal, which is to introduce the Sharia law, that is, if they still their hand need to be cut, do you think it can go through?
It can go through. It's left to us, because now...
Will it be supported?
Yes, I will support it. I will support
the general public?
Yeah, they will support it, because as our country is now dead, they will support it. Because everywhere you go, not only Talending, everywhere you go within this municipality, in fact in the Gambia, people are talking about this theft issue. At times, you will see somebody will come today, want to enter, and after doing all those things, you arrest that person, you take him to the police. Next minute, they let him go, like that. What they will do is, we cannot keep this guy here for more than 72 hours. After all, he will not go anywhere. At the end of the day, that guy would continue doing that. But if I told you steal, they cut your hand, tomorrow you would not have power to go and steal again. Where would you have? One arm, you go to steal. You cannot. Even though if you do, you will not have the power. And then if they cut you again, they cut the other one. You will stop it. Because look at this. Is this thing normal? How can you be in your own house? You are not safe. You have to put this thing there. Because why? You don't want them to have access to your house. While if an emergency could occur anytime, did this man know that this house would get on fire? Never. He never think of it. But Allah, God knows. But now he was trying to get escape. He cannot. Definitely, this thing, I really felt this. Yes, I really felt. It used to happen when there is fire outbreak. I always say this. People used to do this burglar proof. It's not safe. But we are doing for the safety of our families, our properties, and our life. But at the same time, when there's emergency, you will lose your life. Definitely, this thing, we have to look it again. Yes.
Burglar proof can always deter theft cases, but it can never prevent fire outbreak. Thank you so much, Honorable Councillor Mr. Mansari. Thank you for speaking to GTTV. Bading la baraka ba kedro wolong talindi not la councillor Mr. Mansari wala diamata mole andung fane ni ko ale tandije bawo atrebe marlen jana so koku keta la jang ala marlo ko tolong aketa ni ko yabata aketa ni ko yabata ko mi ngafa nyame so ko dum mo ni yotraje atele so ke sono wala nyi bawo ko min santing banko mantara safe especially tel ninja mam security mantara bambandi wala nyi date men recommend wala ye sering luwa dundi je bajil momoy sunyaro ke ye bulo kuntu tumando bat amarita kala koten so la même fumole wala ako disaster management bijan en sifute fanal mangaji bela finding so far ye moneji stay tuned. You still watching the Government Talents TV, and of course right now I am with Bubakar Fofana from the National Disaster Management Agency. They are always there, when such incidents occur. So we want to talk to him and see so far how, what did they gather. Hello, Mr. Bubakar.
Yes, how are you?
I understand that you're from the National Disaster Management Agency. What have you gathered so far?
Thank you very much for offering me this interview. It was just an hour ago I was contacted by the ward councillor, Babakar Mansale. He informed me that there was a fire disaster in his ward, and unfortunately somebody happened to lost his life. So that was the time. I was already in the field doing some other activities, so I have to suspend that and come and see so that I sympathize with the family and then take a rapid assessment and then give feedback to the head office so that we see how best we can assist.
Okay. Based on your assessment, you have seen inside the kind of properties that are severely damaged. What do you think they all amount to? Because I have asked the witness, but they couldn't say specific amount. But as an expert in that area, what do you think all the properties that were damaged amounts to?
Yeah, it will be difficult to tell you the amount because disaster losses, you have to do some calculations. So you cannot just by looking at things and then be able to say this is the amount that you have lost. But seeing what has already been damaged by fire here, you can know that, it's a colossal damage of property, and that has to be a lot of money. Yeah, so I can't tell you exactly the amount that they lost, but I know that it's a huge loss.
I have also seen you with the Honorable Councillor of Talindin North. You guys are discussing. So can you perhaps tell us what you were discussing?
Yeah, we work with the councillors. We work with local authorities. As soon as incidents like this happen, we are the first people they normally contact so that we work with them, do what we're supposed to do, and see what can be done for the victim as soon as possible.
So, like you said, you report to the agency. So what do you think is the next step?
The next step is to see how best, because their needs are many, but you have some that are more urgent. Yes.
Which are?
For example, the shelter, food. This is very critical. So I know the agency is going to look into that and see what we can do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fofana.
Thank you.
And that is Mr. Bubakar Fofana from the National Disaster Management Agency. Wolom Bubakar Fofana di ite labota National Disaster Management Agency bundalo me yalon ko ite lakatal marade ninyin albala kol keta wala masibe kol keta ite lakata ya jube isi keskisiro ke bute naje joral meltinyata anding ite telefonan simune makoy roke no laje man sekonda to yala a telefonan diamata moleje buto ngala ko mo la même fo wala nyinta nen kansulo diamata le e ba jube be makoro men kenol hana man ka beti bar melbe urgently be sular mela saintan wolon ila bungti anin domoro isaje isi kukenodro Government Talents TV on station. This is Ibrahim Sonko from the councillor's ward. He's working with the Honorable Councillor Babukar Mansari. So we want to talk to him and see how are you, Mr. Sonko?
Yeah, thank God I'm fine.
So what can you tell us about today's incident?
Alhamdulillah, it's a very serious issue. As of this morning, my councillor just called me to say that there is a fire incident around 2 a.m. at night. But unfortunately, the landlord have just passed away inside the fire. And we all said that we should be here to see how serious is the fire. But normally, when fires happen, what people first ask is whether somebody have lost his life. So unfortunately, somebody have already lost his life here. But what we want to see here is most of the time, our people to respond to help people is always difficult. We all know that the World Development Committee, we don't have that much capacity to help people as far we want to help them. Because for us, the council will give us maybe quarterly, they will give us 100,000. So that 100,000, we use it in case of emergencies, in case of certain things. We normally help people. But what we first do is when we go to the scenes, we normally assess the scene, what do they need first. If at all it's feeding, we try to give them something so that they can do that. So as of now, we are here and we have assessed and we have asked them, but these people are saying since yesterday night, they don't have where to sleep. So now the World Development Committee is working to see how best we can at least provide that one for them first. And we asked them too, they said since yesterday they haven't eaten. So the World Development Committee too is seeing how best they will give them lunch and they will give them some tokens.
So if I understand, it's like what they need urgently is shelter and food. So how soon can that be provided to them?
No, for that one where we are standing right now, people are providing those ones for the lunch, and we will give them some cash also, so that they can be having those ones too. Yeah, and the other thing is, my councillor was talking about that one, because if you see everything here, that means people, our young boys who are here, who are stealing people's properties, threatening people's life, make people to use their compounds, making burglar proofs, whereby people cannot even to damage those burglar proofs is difficult. So that being the case, if you see the fire incident, if at all there was no burglar proof, I think the guy will be escaped to come out. He will be safe. But because of the bad people, the guy cannot even remove the burglar proof. So that make the guy to die inside the scene as of now. But what we are saying is people are with money, and God cannot give everybody money. But if God gives you money, it's for you to help others. But in the Gambia, it's so sad. You'll be seeing people with millions of dollars, but this kind of issues, when they come, even to pull out $1,000 to give out is a problem. So we are urging people who have something to come to these people there, to at least help them. Yes, to at least help them. We don't say that you can do everything for them, but at least to give them something so that they can also start their life again. Because if you see this house as of now, the house is beyond, you cannot repair the house. The only thing you can do now is to demolish their house and to start again. So that means the family, they are starting fresh as of now. If you see inside the house, nothing is out. Everything has spoiled, from their clothing, everything. Even the guy, the money he's having inside, he lose the money. Their bag of rice they are having there, they lose it. So now what can we do? What can we do? I think people should come out to help this kind of people, because either you have money or not, a fire incident can happen to anybody. So if at all it has happened to this guy today, I think everybody should come out to at least to help them. But as the World Development Committee, in the leadership of our my councillor, that Babukar Mansari, definitely he's a young guy, but definitely he's trying. He's definitely trying, yes.
And do you agree with him that they should introduce the Sharia law in that aspect, that any one who is caught, in stealing people's property, your hand should be chopped off?
Yeah, for me, I fully agree with that one, because definitely sometimes it's very discouraging. You find a guy who come to steal in somebody's compound. At the end of the day, he cannot even steal, but the only thing he can do is to just take fire and burn the compound. At the end of the day, those kids, we are seeing them roaming within the community and nothing has been done to them. You take them to the police and the police will say, we are in a democracy, we cannot hold people here for 72 hours.
Sorry to cut you. Speaking about, causing fire in the house just to have access to their property, do you think this can be that?
Oh no, I don't think so. This one is that, but we have similar. We have such kind of things in our community here, but I don't think so. This one is that. Yeah, but the thing is, the police will say, okay, we cannot hold people here for 72 hours. At the end of the day, you will take them to courts, and the courts will be dragging. One court you will see maybe for 2 years the court will not be finished, and at the end of the day they will just say we have given the guy bail, and before that court is finished you will hear the same guy to do another thing. So for me personally, for that aspect of Sharia, we should implement it. If you steal something and the court say that it's true, it's you who did it, they just chop off your heart. You see, at the end of the day you will not steal anymore. It will reduce. At the end of the day, it will vanish from here. So I think for that one, I concur with my counselor with that one, definitely.
Thank you so much, Mr. Songos, for speaking to us.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. This is the story so far we have gathered at Tallinn Kolban here. Like I said, it's a fire incident which occurred last night. Like you've all seen different witnesses, saying what they think about the incident. So far what we know about the man, like I said, his name is Hassan Jany. He's a Gambian who is based in the United States of America, but unfortunately, none of the family members or neighbors were able to tell us exactly which state he isn't exactly, but all we know is that he's a Gambian based in the United States of America, and of course he's having a wife and kids in the US. Of course his family is in the Gambia, including his mom, and he's already lost his life with most of his properties, like you said, like you have seen inside the house. They are all being damaged, burned to ashes. So they are also appealing for support, especially when it comes to Fatoumata Jawara's case and his family. And we have also we have also talked with the councillor, which is Honorable Babukar Mansari, and he's also shown us their stand, what they can do as for now, the urgent needs, which is the shelter and of course the food. The National Disaster Management Agency too have given their views and of course what will be their stand and what we can expect from them. But as for Fatoumata Jawara and her family, they are appealing for support, urgent support for that matter, to the general public and the government at large. So anything you guys have, either in cash or kind, it will be really appreciated, because this is a great loss. Someone has already lost their life. So you can follow the rest of the story if you want to know more details about this incident in our website, which is on Facebook and of course YouTube. Badingul albe mol jube ka nyamen drombe talindine Hassan Jany la kodda kono komi ngafo nyamen no sofa nga melon Hassan na koto wala nyite Gambia no lo me yan ka be sabatring America bankola kan andung ala musobi jila dingl fana bijele ngajillo na fana e ka na do ko America la Navy, la US Navy ay doko ki jela fan comme yalen fu moy tande mo la ñame nga ñum fan kala motel ko ba mala bijang birin sidon ngeta ya ba mala kol walta ratara loftano tanda ta fam fota ni yola ngala bunko na jela fengal bele tiñata je Fatmata Jawara me yalon ko ay wala sabatinda fam feja num Fatmata ko Hassan na la mako bato wala ka mako ka fengal be kay nin ko muselan wotatale manin ko ka me ko ni yire ba boyto ko nol ka janjanne bar butun don abe jama mol dan momo si mako ro men kino don aliya mako fo birin ko do la karola lambam fo feto foto la karola because nga dindin jabul melan ko bidakan karam to school dindingol andun dindingol don so momo si mako ro keno mako ro asifa fo kodolom bang fo feto fatolom bal si mako no memma teriya be nyama itelbe sularamale andung Fatmata fane nomba tujana nomba me yalon ko momo lafta ta Fatoumata Jawara mako la al si nomba nyin kilino nale akilo toro to mandal be access no lale nomba nyin felenti wolon 7592690 7592690 natural be sabatir Gambia banko e bantalal diaspora al kananyina ale Gambia la code nomba kafuje menketa 00220 so far this is the number of Fatoumata Jawara. If anyone want to support her either in cash or kind, you can kindly call this number, which is 759-2690, 759-2690. No amount is small, and of course no material will also be overlooked. So this is the Government Talents TV. Thank you for watching.
Taka kodo mutaka bonang UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland ani nyimbanku to malmu meto. Supersonics le itadulate. Anada di masanji jama Gambia bankoka ise kodo tanole ibe dawo da birin katong fokoina andung batatije. Hade batatije ise kodo tanole ka bonam bantala bankol to birin UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland ani nyimbanku to malmu beto na doku sone yata atariata akoita andung allan na yata. Gambia bankoka Supersonics le dinkiral siyata katambinyin to malmu meti. Supersonics be banku tansabani nani leto fota findu bankolto dung ila Google Play Store to wala ila Apple app sign ye Supersonics la money transfer app o download pour que ifa munafang na service la.
Seminar Star di African Plus bu ñepp doon xaar képp ko bëgg sa taar wala bëgg sanse buy bëggal sa xol dawal foofu ci Seminar Star amal nañ leen li di organic and body hair oil, soap for hands and smooth face, whitening soaps, waaye tamit amal nañ leen li di hair spa cream for face and body with no chemicals, all natural. Wow, all natural laa leen wax de xanaa li neex na ba noppi waaye nag emuñ foofu rek ma ne xéewal day mat moo tax nag ñu amal leen lii di African clothes amal leen lii di baby carrier di mbootu ma ne ana yaay neene yu baax yi daw si leen gaaw amal nañ leen tamit lii di turban hats, bonnet, fancy face mask. képp ko xamante ne nag bëgg nga am ñii di Seminar Star mun nga leen a contact si seen email adresse bi di seminarstar@gmail.com wala nag foofu di seen website bi di seminarstar.com. bagage yu yaañ yii nag amut ci benn African country jamono juñ toll nii waaye nag am na ci European countries yi ak American countries yi pour bégal sa xol rafetal sa taar dawal foofu si Seminar Star. Seminar Star rafetaay yépp ay feeñ.